Your home for Texas music.
All right, that's more like it.
Texas Homegrown Radio.
Ain't no stopping us now. Woo!
The Morning Ride.
Hey y'all, this is Cody Braun with Reckless Kelly, coming to you live from Cabo, Mexico. You're listening to The Morning Ride with Jody Lee.
I think we just need a little music.
It's the Morning Ride. Live from the Rockstar Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios, it's the Morning Ride.
Come on, Dewey. Join the party.
No, Dewey, you don't want this. Get out of here.
You know what? I don't want no hangover. I can't get no hangover.
It doesn't give you a hangover.
Get addicted to it or something?
It's not habit forming.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't want to overdose on it.
You can't OD on it.
It's not going to make me want to have sex, is it?
It makes sex even better.
Sounds kind of expensive.
It's the cheapest drug there is. You don't want it.
I think I kind of want it.
Okay, but just this once. Come on in.
The Morning Ride on Texas Homegrown Radio.
All right, welcome back in. It is the Morning Ride right here on Texas Homegrown Radio.
Live from Texas Homegrown's Studios.
Oh, man. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy.
Taco Tuesday? Is that what they call it? Taco Tuesday?
It's called Dollar Burger Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Down at the Jake and Dorothy's.
That's
the
right.
Jake and Dots.
That's right. Go down there and get you a dollar burger today. Overload them. They love it.
Oh, man. I tell you what, I had a weird day yesterday.
Did you really?
I had the strangest day. So I went, my license expired because it was my birthday, you know.
Of course.
Turned a big 5-0. They won't let me do it online. Nope, got to come in, take a new picture. All right. Well, everywhere was like 3 months out.
I love how they like to screw up people's birthdays like that.
We want you
Go to the DMV.
You have to have a license or we'll give you a ticket, but you can't get a license for 3 months. So I found that you could go to Comanche to the DMV. And what a weird experience that was. Oh, my gosh.
Was it really?
4 hours of my life that I will never get back. But
Oh, man.
it was so entertaining that it didn't matter. Because the whole time I sat there, I'm like, I have so much to talk about on the radio tomorrow. By the way, happy birthday to JB Cloud before I forget.
Top of the morning and birthdays too.
So I'm sitting at the DMV. I get there. But here's what happened. First, the lady's late getting back from lunch,
Oh, of course.
like by quite a bit,
Right.
which is when my appointment was supposed to be.
Right, because our time
Right?
doesn't matter.
Because I was first. I was the first appointment.
Right.
But she was late. So by the time she got there, there was like all these people. So she starts like going through all the people, blah, 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 blah. And this one guy on a motorcycle, he caused problems. He didn't have all the stuff. He had to leave. Next guy didn't have everything he needed because you got to have, you know, like birth certificate and a bill with your address and blah, blah, blah. I had all that stuff. So I was ready. I was prepared. I was like, yes, for once. I was, knew what I was doing. But she was getting mad at these people, like mad because they didn't have all the stuff. And then one guy signed his paper and she didn't see him sign it. So he had to refill out everything so she could see him sign the paper. So it was the thing. So anyway, there were too many people, so she asked if I'll come back.
Okay.
So I don't have a lot of time. I just leave and I go get me something to drink, come back. Same people are still there.
Right.
Didn't matter that I left at all.
Of course.
And they're all like, nothing's happened. So I sit there, and there was people from Fort Worth. There was people from Weatherford. Because they also couldn't get in anywhere to get their license. It's an issue. It's a problem.
It is.
It needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we can hire 50 guys to hold a sign on the road that says slow down, but you can't have more than one person working the DMV. I don't blame them ladies for being mad.
Right.
So anyway, I'm sitting there and I thought, well, I'll just go with it and start talking to people. and I met some interesting individuals.
I bet you did.
One guy, he had his whole face ripped off when he was young. Like, so his face was crooked, and it was all sewed up down the side of his face, and his teeth were sticking out weird. And he fell off a tractor and plowed his face.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And like, so he had some like really interesting stories.
Plowed his face off?
Yeah.
Like a face off?
Yeah.
God.
And he
bless his
was this
soul.
old farmer. He was cool, man. I was like, what happened? He goes, I fell off my tractor and I plowed my face. And he said, so I said, well, what did you do? And he said, I put as much of it back on and held it with my hand, and then I drove to the house and told my wife to sew it up. And she sewed it up enough to hold it together till I got to the hospital. And I said, you didn't call an ambulance? And you could see on his face that he went, huh, like that would have been smarter. Like it never crossed his mind. So anyway, that was one thing that happened. And then, and his wife was a nurse, a school nurse for like 40 years. So I guess he figured she could handle the medical stuff.
Sure.
And then, so she was, when he went back, she was telling me how he's always burning her out of the house. He's always cold and turns on the heaters even in the summer, and she's always hot. And like, I learned everything about them that you could possibly learn. So I'm talking to them, and then this old lady comes in, and she's like smacking her lips, and she's probably like 80. Well, she's probably like 20, but she looked like she was 80. Like, I don't know. You don't know?
One of those.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And she's like, my sister's gonna get her license. And everybody's like, what? She's like, if y'all need me, I'll be in the car. We're like, okay. Well, then we don't know what the sister looks like. And we're all like, I wonder what the sister looks like. And then the sister gets out on a walker and comes in. And then they have a fight in the office. And she's like, I come down here because my brother said she was sick and that's my sister and I take care of her and that's why I come down here. And she goes, that ain't why you come down here. You didn't come down here to take care of me. And they about got in a fight, and they're both on walkers. And they're all these old, leathery, wrinkled, meth-looking ladies. And I'm like, this is about to happen. Like, they're going to fight. This is so messed up. So that's going on, right? The whole time it's taking forever. Taking forever. And this other guy, he finally fills out his paper again, and he forgot and he signed it. And she goes, you can't sign it. I have to see you sign it. And he had to fill it out again. And then she was like throwing people out for not having their stuff. Well, anyway, I've been there forever at this point. I knew everybody. I'm in there telling jokes to people. Like I met one kid that works at the pizza place in Heiko. Like he was telling me all about his business, his bosses and everything. And so I learned everything about everybody. And I'm in there telling jokes and basically running a morning show. I mean, it was weird. And she goes, oh, Jody, I forgot about you. You're next. I was like, okay, cool. So she comes up and then she yells for some other guy to go back. And everyone looks at me and I'm like, didn't she say I was next? And they're like, yeah. And she comes up and she's like, oh, I forgot about you. She's like, you're next. You are next. I will promise you're next. She forgot again 3 times. And so it got so bad that everybody in there was like, I thought he was next. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's fine. I said, it's not the first time a woman forgot about me. Probably won't be the last. She started laughing, right? She goes back there. So she starts telling me, and there's like, okay, this is the part you have to imagine. The room is about this size, right? This is the studio.
Right.
And there's probably like 20 people waiting.
Oh my God.
Right? And I go back and she starts to type in my stuff, and then she just stops and starts talking to me, like telling me stories. And I'm thinking, there's 20 people waiting. Like, we're not at a desk. We're at like a counter.
It happens at every DMV.
But we're not at a counter.
It never fails.
We're not at a counter. We're at her desk, right?
Yeah.
So then she starts talking about how her husband died, and then how her boss, his wife died, and then he was asking her like, how long till you date, again? And she was like, I waited 4 years, and he's like, oh, I'm already getting married again. It's been 3 months, and then there's this whole. She had to tell me the whole story, and I'm like, okay. Well, then she's like, oh, she goes, you're a music guy. Let me tell you about this. So she goes, I go to a funeral, for my cousin, and he's a druggie, and all the people there were druggies, and this is the DMV lady, right? I'm like, oh, that's not good. Okay, and she says, so she goes, they're sitting there and they're just playing Jelly Roll. Like every Jelly Roll song, and they're like over there. She goes, and they're all like, the girls are wearing like little black mini skirts, and they're singing, "Save me, why won't you say?" She's like, and I hate Jelly Roll. I hate that new country. That's not country. And she's like, and they just kept playing it. She goes, and she goes, they're all tattooed up, and then one girl's over there drinking out of this whiskey bottle, and then I started smelling weed at the funeral. And then when they put him in the ground, they were like pouring whiskey and stuff in the hole. And she's like, I'm sitting there going, you're wasting it. He can't drink it. He's dead. You know? Just tell me this whole story. It took forever. And there's 20 people waiting. Like, been there long. And I'm like, this is why it took so long.
Yeah.
And so
she probably told that same story to everybody that went back there.
I don't know. And then there's another guy that's taking a truck driving test next to me, and he's got the headphones on. And I swear he had Tourette's. He was like, you blinkety blankety blink blankety computers. It was hashtag question mark, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just the craziest thing. And like, and this is the short version of everything that happened. There was so much more.
Bless.
So anyway, she gets to me, and then she's like, I guess it's taken so long, and she skipped me so many times. She didn't ask me for any of the stuff that I was supposed to have that she sent everybody else home for. Like, she didn't look at my proof of address, or she just took my license. Was like, okay, and then made me take a picture and gave me my temporary, and I was gone 4.5 hours later. But I told her, she goes,
what the heck?
She goes, I heard you out there. She goes, this is the first day I haven't been yelled at all day long. She goes, I heard you out there entertaining everybody. I was like, is that why you kept skipping me? So I could entertain your masses? Yeah, she goes, you want a job? I was like, no, I would never work for the DMV. I would never, ever, ever would I work. I would not want to work for any position that is run by the state. But especially the DMV.
I would set up and play at the DMV, play acoustic set for $500 an hour.
I think
I'd do it.
I don't think I'd want to entertain it. That was the most. People are not happy at the DMV. I feel like DMV is like some people's hell. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like that's what Beetlejuice, you know, when he goes in and he takes the number,
yeah,
and it's like 1 billion zillion trillion. That's what the DMV is.
Yeah.
You've had to deal with that a lot lately.
Yeah. But not anymore.
But that was the short version. I mean, I met people. There was a lady from Weatherford. A lady from Weatherford that was on a walker, and she owns a bed and breakfast in Weatherford. And she like evidently hadn't got out in the country much, and she was like, y'all's clouds here are just amazing. Like, I just want to take pictures of the clouds. And we're all looking at each other like, you got the same clouds, lady. You know what I mean? Like, Weatherford's not that big of a city. You know? I was like, you ought to see it at nighttime. We have this stuff called stars in the sky. And everybody just started dying laughing. And she's like, whoa, I love to be here at night. And then she's like, hey, have you ever ate at Heart 8 Barbecue? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, it's amazing. I'm gonna go through there on the way home. I'm like, that's not really on. Okay.
Must be rich.
Yeah. No, she owns a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
I wrote it down because she said I should come stay there sometime. She made me write it down. Hang on, I'm gonna give her.
Anybody who decides to go to Heart 8 must be rich.
Whatever.
$17 for a baked potato.
It's not either.
Yes, it is. I went in there to get a brisket baked potato. It was $17.88.
So I got an invite to come stay at her bed and breakfast.
Oh, cool. I will never eat at Heart 8.
It's called the Angel's Nest.
Very good. All
right. She had a red suit on, and it was monogrammed, and I swear it looked like Santa Claus. Like, you know, like on the Santa Claus movie where Scott Calvin's got the SC on his robe. That's what her jacket, red jacket, looked like.
Really?
It was like, maybe she's Santa Claus.
You never know, Santa Claus.
And maybe I should go stay at the Angel's Nest. It was weird, dude. It was like, it should have been a reality show. And one dude, he was...
You're like a magnet for this.
And the one guy, he was like, a cowboy dude. His pants were all starched up. You know, he had a black leather jacket and cowboy hat, and he had the mullet, and then the dark shades, and he wouldn't take his glasses off. And then she got mad at him because he wouldn't take his glasses off to take a picture for his license. And she's like, you can't wear your hat or your glasses in the driver's license picture. And he said, well, how are they going to know who I am? Because I don't ever take them off. And they got in a big argument over it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He wanted to wear his shades and his cowboy hat in the picture. And she's like, you can't. We can't do it. It was so much fun. And probably some of them are listening because everybody was asking me about the truck because I was parked right at the front. And they're like, what is homegrown?
That's awesome.
So I'm like, tune in tomorrow morning. We'll talk about you. So there I did. Promise is a promise.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't tell them it was going to be good. I just said, I'll talk about you tomorrow.
Right? I'll tell you what, man.
That was just the short version. I could go on and on about it. It was I swear I could walk into any store and get 3 stories of weirdness.
I'm telling you, you're a magnet.
Yeah, they all come and sit by me, tell me their life stories.
Because you're a social butterfly.
Yeah, one guy didn't speak very much English and was worried he wouldn't get approved.
Are you kidding me? They'll like you even better.
That's what I said. They probably have a vending machine around the corner for you.
You probably got one of them $40,000 Biden checks too.
Yeah. She was like, "Are you one?" He was like, "No, I'm 2." My father was 1. Let's play a song. Get me out of this, Jeff. Hey, good morning, Ramey and Mike Jones. Glad to have y'all on. Watching this morning.
There was this girl.
Oh, please no. Please no. What was that? The Crash Test Dummies?
Yeah.
Does that do that? One time I sang that at karaoke one time just because I wanted to see it on the screen what it did. Yeah. And it was just M's. They went across. It goes, Yeah. I know. It's like Pearl Jam, though. You do it karaoke. It just has a guy go like this. No one knows.
Dude, when I first heard that terrible song, I was like sitting there and I was like messing around with my guitar and I was I don't know, like 14 or 15, and I was like, "Look, I found this new chord, Dad." And he's like, and I was like, "What?" He goes, and I was like, "What is that?"
You'd never heard the song
He
before?
goes, "You rewrote the Crash Test Dummies." And I was like, "What?" He turned it on. He showed it to me, and I was like,
Yeah, never mind. I won't play that one.
"Oh, God!" But like, how did that song ever actually get out?
That was a big hit.
How?
Wong.
Yeah, it was like
bad.
it was like if
It could only have happened in the 90s.
oh man,
mean-
I feel like it was like the Chris Gaines that it was like I feel like it was like what's his name from Metallica? James Hetfield's alter ego.
Whiskey in the Jarro. The new tribute band, Metal Flake. It's not quite Metallica.
But super catchy guitar line. It's pretty awesome.
Metal Flake. Coming soon. Play something good, man. Help us out. Hey, good morning. There's Jack Dragoo, man. He said, "Good morning from the deer stand." I think there's a country song beginning there. We're always writing a song, Jack. I want to write a song with Jack.
Heck yeah.
He's got some awesome stories we need to write songs about.
I know that's right.
Let's do something cool for him. How about?
All right, how about this one? My life feels like a train track. I can't ride the train, so I keep running over me. There ain't no way to stay sane. I got a one-way track. Hold on a minute. Let me try that again.
Train jumped the tracks.
It's been a long time. My life feels like a train track, but I can't ride the train, So it keeps running over me, ain't no way to stay sane. I got a one-track mind on borrowed time, and the definition of insane. I can't remember the song.
What are you doing?
Just trying to play a song.
You haven't played that in a long, long time.
Now I'm determined to get it. Hang on. My life feels like a train track, but I can't ride the train. So it keeps running over me, ain't no way to stay sane. Got a one-way track on modern time, definition of insane. You know I hail from Texas, but we don't play no games. Unless you can't pool or cornhole or horseshoes in the spring. I'm making tracks in Texas. I'm a soul train, honey, but you know I got the gears. And I'm good old country music, not the male Britney Spears. Come on. Well, I praise the Lord I made it to the show. I'll make it clear that the tip jar's looking lonely, and I think I need a beer. Got a one-way track on borrowed time, definition of insane. You know I hail from Texas, but we don't play no games. Unless you can't pool or cornhole or horseshoes in the spring. I'm making tracks in Texas, drinking Shiner beer, getting down like the ground in good old Rusty Weir. Well, I'm a slow train, honey, but you know I got the gears. And I'm good old country music, not the male Britney Spears. Come on.
Man, I hadn't heard you do that one in a long, long time.
Trying to remember that one.
Hey, there's Ted Strickland. What's up, man? He says, "Morning, fellers."
Hey, what the heck, man? Where you been?
Ted, he's
Rock?
been hiding. Yeah, he has his own rocks. Rock and roll, man.
I should do a song I remember.
Yeah, do one you know. Totally redeemed yourself.
Alright, how about this one right here?
What'd you do to your thumb? I just noticed that.
Well, what happened was my wife, she was mad at me. She was yelling at me, and I was like, she broke it.
That's never good.
I'm just kidding. No, I
It's like
actually,
the real life version of thumbs up.
well, actually, I was working on my truck, and I wanted to see if something was hot, and I stuck my thumb on it. It was hot. I heard my dad's words in my head, like, "You idiot." And on the road, not much to show for where I've been. But last year beat me good. Oh, but I made it to the end. I ain't much on rules. No, you know me. I wanna be free. Been chasing down a dream out on the road with Jody Lee.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, and them lawmen took my license, so Maura does the driving instead of me. Or so they think. And we'll play every bar in Texas if they'll let us. But we sure don't play for free. No. I've got this thorn stuck in my side. It's killing me. This industry's a battleground, and no one out there's trying to sue for peace. I ain't much on crowds, no, you know me. I wanna be free. I've been chasing down a dream out on the road with Jody Lee. Yeah, them lawmen took my license, so more does the driving instead of me. So they think we'll play every bar in Texas if they'll let us, but we sure don't play for free. Have a drink, we're in your town. Pull up a stool and we'll have another round. Leave your sorrow by the bar there on the ground, and let's dance to that five-and-dimer sound. Yeah, them lawmen took my license, so more does the driving instead of me. Or so they think. And we'll play every bar in Texas if they'll let us, but we sure don't play for free. Let me play a little song.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good stuff right there. Getting that those fancy chords in there and them fancy picking styles. You know, we could be like make up a new one instead of Billy Strings. You could be William Fretz.
Billy Strangs.
I'm his cousin, William Fretz.
Willie Strangs. That's awesome. You know, it made me think of something, Doc. And I think of it every time I see the logo, too. I've spent a lifetime making up my mind to be something to lean on when everyone ran out on me. Good luck and fast bucks are too far and too few between for catalog buyers and old five-and-dimers like me. She stood beside me, letting me know she would be something to lean on when everything ran out on me. Might already did that. Fence yards ain't hold cards, and like as not never will be. There we go. Reason for rhymers and old five-and-dimers like me. I've gone my whole life, and now that I see, I believe. All I do or say is all I ever will be. Too far and too high and too deep, ain't too much to be. For catalog buyers and old five and dimers like me. And old five and dimer is all I intended to be.
Yeah, I forgot about that one too. I was over here playing with the camera angles. I figured it out though now. So now it looks like we're looking at each other.
Nice.
Yeah. So I flipped you back around, so you're not backwards anymore.
Look, everybody's gonna be thinking I play guitar upside down and backwards.
Yeah, like
Doyle Bramble Jr.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh man. Well, he actually strung it upside down because he played a left-handed guitar.
I seen why though. You know why? Like he bought it that way.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I seen the guy that he worked at a guitar shop, and he said he had this guitar, and they had strung it that way for somebody else. You know what I mean? And then, or it was a guitar they set up for somebody else, and then he come in wanting a left-handed guitar, and then they didn't have one or something. However it went, but the guy gave it to him really cheap, and his boss got mad at him. And he goes, "Yeah, but you didn't hear the guy play it." You know what I mean? Like, and then he went down and played, and like everybody was like, "This guy's amazing." But the guy that sold it to him, I saw the interview with him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And he was like, he told his boss, the boss said, "Why'd you sell it to?" He goes, "Well, made it for somebody else, and they can come get it." But he goes, "I had to sell it to him." And he goes, "Why?" And he goes, "Because you didn't hear the guy play it." But he bought it that way because he needed a guitar, and they strung it up, and he played it that way, and he just kept playing it that way.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. That's how that happened. That's when you're good, though. I mean, when it doesn't matter. Right. You know, you could just play it however.
What?
Upside down and backwards, or however it was.
Oh, Doyle Bramble Jr. That dude was crazy. Play like this. Like,
You know, what pisses me off is people that play with their toes and stuff. And here I am I'm like making excuses.
most of those people don't have arms, bro.
I know, and I'm like making excuses of why I can't make the chord. I'm like, I can't play that bar chord. And they're like, that dude did it with his middle toe. I'm like, come on. Like, I mean, I'm impressed, but I'm also pissed off at those people. Like, stop making us look bad. Take your legs too. You have a leg to stand on.
Oh my God, that would be a terrible.
And there's Double D. Morning, Double D. How about some of them breakfast burritos? Could you Uber them over?
Please send burritos.
Can we do Uber Eats with Double D? Do you do Uber Eats, Double D?
Sound burritos.
I still think we need to start our Goober driver, where it's just an old country guy, you know. And we could do Goober Eats. We could do Goober Eats, and then he drives in his old pickup and goes and picks up some food, you know.
Great idea.
And you know he's there because you hear his truck backfire when he pulls in the driveway. Like, and then, oh, our food's here. You're like, sorry, the dog ate part of that one burrito, but it'll be fine. Just cut the edge off.
Here's my dog, Twitch. He's a Chihuahua Weewo. He likes them burritos too.
That's my two dogs right there, Twig and Berries.
Dude.
Double D said Bluffdale don't have Uber. That's why we need Goober for the small towns.
That's a good idea.
We need. All right, we're starting that. I'll call you later, Double D. We're gonna start the Goober Eats.
Yes. Dude, that'd be a great idea.
And you know how he keeps the food good?
How's that?
He's got one of them old igloo coolers, like one of them old school metal coolers, and he puts the food in there, keep it good.
Heck yeah.
None of those Yetis are nothing fancy. Like one of them old igloo, those metal igloo faded out coolers.
Those are the best.
That have the measurement for your fish on top.
I'm telling you, them suckers right there will survive a nuclear bomb, and the food will still be fresh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
You get call Goober today. Actually, you'd have to use a CB radio. You'd be like, Breaker 19, I need Goober Eats. Breaker 19, come on back, Goober.
That would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm. could get it sponsored by the peanut place, but Durham Peanuts, because it's goober, and they're goobers. Get it?
Hey, there's goobers on my food. I don't like it.
No, goobers are peanuts.
Eating goober beans.
And well, it could also be nerds or weird people.
You remember that? Do you remember that song they used to play it at school? Eating goober beans.
No,
That was terrible.
they played that at school.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Sounds bad though.
Goober beans?
Goober beans. Eating goober beans.
I never heard that in my life.
Yeah, that's a thing.
What?
play
No
it.
way.
Yeah,
No way.
it's a thing. It's terrible too. It's very like it's awkwardly goofy.
No way.
Yeah. Song eating goober beans. There it is.
Goober peas.
Oh, I thought he was saying beans. It sounds like he's saying beans. I mean, it's been a long time since I heard the song. Here it comes.
See, I don't hear it sounds.
Oh, it's Tennessee Ernie Ford.
It is?
Songs of the Civil War. Civil War. I said Ford.
They played that at your school?
Yeah.
Some time away, lying in the shadow underneath the trees. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Why would they play that at your school? That's
They do
craziness.
it all the time.
No way, man.
Yeah, bro.
Goober peas. Goober peas.
Eating goober peas.
Well, the hell did you go to school? A Little House on the Prairie?
South Texas.
That's crazy. What's your school song? Oh, it's called Goober Peas. Where they're fighting black-eyed peas.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What do you do for fun? Eating goober peas. Oh my gosh.
I always thought it was a weird song, man.
Hey, Bryn's Music Buzz, she said drones seem to be popular these days. We could do drone eats. I think drones would get shut down in Texas.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
like, if I saw one flying over my place, I'd shoot it down.
Yeah, we're like, pull.
I mean, it's way easier than shooting doves.
That would be fun, I think. I think it would be a blast.
I love it.
We should do that. Like, man.
No, I saw this thing. It's an anti-drone drone, and it. I'm serious.
But that makes, if you're anti-drone, why would you have a drone?
So check this out. It was like this gun that shot, and it, like there's this drone with like a missile front looking thing, and you
shoot
aim it.
down drones.
Yeah, and you aim it at it, and then you just shoot it, and then while you're looking through it, you can like guide the thing. It's got like a controller on it, you know, and you're looking through it, and you go straight. You like get at your sights, and you lock on, and you go, and it launches the drone, and it goes up and just barrels through the other one and knocks it out of the sky.
And we'll be out there with our guns and our
I just use a shotgun
and our overalls and be like singing, "Drone, drone on the range."
And then they're like, oh, hi, we're gonna go a little higher, and you can't get it with a shotgun. Well, guess what? Double op buckshot. It ain't working. Get the rifles.
Yeah, drones is a bad idea in Texas. That's why they're all in like New Jersey and stuff.
For shizzle.
You don't see them. Even the aliens are like, them rednecks are crazy. Don't go down there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like even the UFOs are like, stay away from that area.
it's true.
They just come here and steal some cows. But other than that, you know, that was the thing for a long time. We had a lot of UFO sightings in Stephenville. And they even brought the Discovery Channel down to do a show. Like, we had all kinds of media down here. There was that much UFO activity. Did you know that? Like, it was a big deal. Like, they were selling
It's like you were
T-shirts.
telling me.
They were selling T-shirts.
It's like the new Roswell.
But like, it's like no one was scared. No one was like, "Oh no, aliens!" We were like, "Hell yeah, let's make some T-shirts!" Like we had, every store in town had their own versions. You know, like there was one. It's in Stephenville, Texas. And it was like a UFO, and it had a light coming down and sucking up a Holstein cow. You know what I mean? Like it was like no one was scared. Like if aliens come here, we'd be like, "Welcome, come on in." You know what I mean? Like we're like.
Bringing that good
like,
alien moonshine,
we're like, we need some tourism. No one comes here. Come on.
What's that alien moonshine like? You got some alien money? Come on, man. Hey, what kind of carburetors that spaceship use?
People are like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get abducted by an alien," and then she's like, "Well, at least it ain't my cousin," you know.
Like, hey man, hey, you got a flux capacitor on that thing?
I'm just saying, like, no one was like freaked out. No one went, "Oh no, end of the world." You know, like in the city, they're like, run, you know, aliens, and we're like, what's up?
It's funny how city and sissy sound a lot like very similar.
I think aliens would be a cool hang, you know?
Heck yeah.
We're writing some songs. Me and you'd be writing some songs with them.
Heck yeah.
I got one. It's called Intergalactic.
I actually wrote an alien song just the other day.
I wrote a UFO song.
It goes like this. Nanu, nanu.
I wrote a UFO song.
Nanu, nanu.
It was supposed to maybe be on a Netflix show. I actually was talking to Netflix about it, and then they ended up not doing the show, but I wrote a UFO song and sent it to Netflix.
I know. You don't play it
I was
anymore.
this close. I missed it by that
Out
much.
of space.
Yeah, I missed it by this close. I was this close to getting on Netflix.
But it's a great song. You should still play it. Out of space.
I don't even know it. I just recorded it for that thing.
We played it live quite a few times.
Yeah,
I even wrote
maybe.
a steel part to it.
Yeah, but I don't remember that song. I wrote it for Netflix. Maybe I ought to bring it back. If the aliens come back, I'll bring the song back. So if the UFOs come back. Hey, I did another song. We'll take a break. We need a break.
All right, I can do another song.
Do another song. We'll go out on that. I don't want to go out on a UFO story segment.
This is one of the first songs I ever wrote, you know. I seek the Lord for the answers when I feel them falling apart. And I done seen an ego turn to cancer, and pride was the reason from the start. I'll fly away when he calls me, and I'll stand before him on that day. Despite the crops I sowed that brought me shame, I felt the Lord send down his blessings like holy rain. My walk on earth's been full of lessons. Life is a test, it's not a game. And I've taken wrong turns more than one time, but I knew the path was back the way I came. And I felt the Lord send down his blessings like holy rain. It's a straight and narrow path to heaven, made for the able and the lame. And I've taken wrong turns more than one time, but Jesus saved me all the same. And I felt the Lord send down his blessings like holy rain.
Oh, man. That's one of my favorites right there. Holy Rain. That's good stuff.
Right on.
All right. Now, that's something that we can go on break with right there. We'll take a little break. We'll come back. We'll do some more. It's the Morning Ride here on Texas Homegrown Radio.